Black Friday is right around the corner. We're almost done with this Q3 2022, and I want to come back at you and give you 5 things you should do to set yourself up for success and get fully ready for Q4 2022 with your e-commerce brand. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder of Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. First thing you want to do is look at the last year. Look at the year to dates, look at the last 12 months, and compile a list of all your best performing assets. So when I say assets, we're talking about ad assets. So in this case, we're talking about ad creatives, talking about copywriting pieces, about audiences. I would also argue you should check out what platforms were the best, and finally what ad types were the best on those. So that allows you to look at the macro over the last 12 months and see what worked for you, because chances are when it comes to Black Friday, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You don't really want to come out with something revolutionary, something new. You just want to do what's been working best and adapt that for your Q4 strategy. So look at the last year, and out of all your best performing creatives, simply edit them with a Black Friday angle. So maybe just change the text on them, maybe just change the hook and make it Black Friday themed. So that's one of them. Or I'm saying Black Friday right now. It could be Halloween, it could be a Christmas, it could be Boxing Day, whatever that might be. All right, but any of these events during Q4. So that's it for the creative copy. Same thing, right? So you just take your copywriting pieces that worked great and adapt the angle to work just as well for one of these holidays. Audiences is pretty straightforward. You're probably gonna want to tap back into these same audiences during Q4 because they've been working for you all year long. And finally, ad platforms and ad types. Well, you get the gist of it. Now, the second thing is, just as you'd want to look into your own assets over the last 12 months, you also want to take a look at the competition and at what worked well on the last year's Black Friday and Cyber Monday period. So historically, if you've been advertising last year during the same period, take a look at what happened during that period. What went well, what went wrong. Hopefully you've already did a post-mortem analysis back last year, but if you have not already, now is the time to do it. You want to look at, even though it was a success, you want to look at how you could have improved that. As an example, one of our clients, their best month they ever generated prior to working with us was $100,000 in a given month, which was Black Friday of 2020. In 2021, we actually came in and generated over $300,000 for them. So a 3x increase from their best month. But here's the catch. Only after 3 days of running their promotion, we had to stop the ads because they were getting over 3,000 orders daily, and it was just too much for the fulfillment team to handle. So on one side, you could say it was a success. On the other, we could say it was a failure. So with that said, analyze what went well last year and see how you can improve from that for this year. So that's it as an introspection on your own brand. But now looking at the competition, there's another agency out there which actually they have their own community around e-commerce owners and marketers called Your Admission by Common Thread Collective. Every year they release a collection of all of the previous year's best ads, best landing pages, and best offers of their brands and brands within the industry. So I strongly advise that you actually look into that. You can get a monthly subscription to get access to their community. So get access to that, take a look at what went well last year for their brands, and use that as inspiration for what you could do for yourself. The third thing I'd say you should be doing is to gamify your sales process for this year. So gamify your promotion process, because a lot of people will tend to have very boring, buy one, get one free, all these types of sales, which kind of everybody's doing it out there. So make something unique, gamify your sales process, potentially have different thresholds of spend that people, if they spend a certain threshold on your website, they get X reward, whatever that might be. And the best way for you to gamify that is to plan accordingly through your emails. So actually already kind of start the gamification process through your email list. So advise, basically tell your subscribers that you're gonna launch this type of game during Black Friday. You can even run ads prior to that to get people to subscribe to your list based on this gamification process. So anything in terms of game that makes it fun, makes it rewarding, and pushes people to buy more is great for you to do. The fourth thing, and that's a good leeway for the point I just mentioned, is get your emails in order for Black Friday. I'm saying that as somebody whose main driving force is acquisition, so usually is paid advertising. But we've also launched a full email and SMS division at the agency not too long ago. And the reason why we're doing that is, well, we just thought if we're responsible for acquisition, might as well finish the job and be responsible for retention. But during these times of the year, retention and your actual pool of current customers or people that are somewhat warm about the idea of your brand are going to be the ones that are a lot more likely to purchase from you. So you want to tap into that, and for you to do so, emails are going to be very important. So get your emails ready. Also, update all of your pop-ups on the websites to reflect the Black Friday promos or holiday promos you're going to run. And as I had just mentioned for the gamification process, I also strongly advise that you start running ads in order to get more email subscribers in time for the Black Friday period. And the last and final tip is you want to make sure that you have everything ready 3 to 4 weeks before D-Day. The reason why I'm saying that is that ideally, again, it might be hard for a lot of you because of inventory reasons, because of personnel reasons, whatever that might be, but try your best to have everything ready almost a month prior to the actual D-Day. So in this case, could be Black Friday. The reason why I'm saying that is that you know that things will go wrong. It's not about if, it's about when and where and how these things will go wrong. So looking at Black Friday, last year, as I took an example earlier from that client where they ran out of inventory. If we had planned everything a month in advance, had planned exactly the amount of people on their team that would be in the fulfillment chain, what was the percentage off that we would give, what was the exact amount of inventory they would have, and how much we could sell, there would not have been any of these types of problems. Now, that was not really planned. Like, they had somewhat of a good idea of what inventory they needed. They had pretty much no idea of how many employees they should have on their fulfillment chain. And we did not know how much we were going to invest. We were just kind of go off the whim and see what worked and what didn't. So make sure that you plan everything accordingly 3 to 4 weeks in advance. This is especially a very good idea if you're dealing with content creators and doing UGC, because there will be delays, right? These people are probably going to be just as swamped as you are during Black Friday because they're going to get a bunch of brand deals, brand promos. They're going to be sent, shipments from bunch of brands left and right. So you want to make sure that you plan for delays on that front. And I'm telling you, from an agency standpoint right now, depending on brand shipping, it takes us anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to get UGC pieces ready. So already there, we know that we need to have at least 3 weeks in advance the contents or the products shipped out to the creators to make sure that we get the content back in time and edited for the big day. So that's it. The main lesson that you want to take away from this video is that you don't want to reinvent the wheel for Black Friday. You want to look at your past successes around the year and twist that to make sure that it works with a Black Friday angle. You want to look at what others did in the industry last year and replicate a similar success for yourself this year. Again, don't reinvent the wheel. Take a look at what brands did, adapt it to your own style, and get that up and live, and I'm sure you'll find some success. For more Black Friday tips and TikTok ads, Facebook ads, just e-commerce general tips also, make sure to click the link in the description down below and join our free Facebook group. We're posting videos, going live, etc. every single day. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand or store owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I also invite you to check the link in the description down below and book in a very short demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your business, see if you're a good fit for one of our e-commerce marketing programs, and if that's the case, we'll help you scale through TikTok ads, UGC, and omni-channel marketing. If not, worst comes to worst, we'll just leave you with the free action plan to implement on your own. On that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.